All right, hello, my name is Shelly. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my video today. I am really excited to dig into today's video. And before I get into the video, I just want to thank all of you for watching the video, commenting on the video. I even want to reach out to the haters. I've had a few comments that I removed from the channel, but I have over here that we'll dig into. Before we get into this video, I just want to let you know that it is probably one of the windiest days of the year right now. So you'll hear in the background the wind blowing, but the message wants to come out and we're going to roll with it. So, wow, true sidereal astrology. You know, this conversation about Vedic, Western, true sidereal astrology is one that I know has been going on for a very long time and one that will continue to go on. I understand fully that Western astrology is a science and that many people have dedicated their lives to this work. It is in no way my goal to undermine somebody and the work that they've done, because as somebody who has been doing deep work with people over the years, I've been involved deeply in things that later I've had to say, you know what, this doesn't work for me anymore. And it doesn't take away the work that I've done. It doesn't discredit what I was incredibly invested in the past. We're human beings and we evolve and we process. So let me be very clear that I'm not here to discredit anyone or to say, you know, you're stupid or anything like that. I understand the background and I understand the work that so many people have been put into this. And I shared in my last video about being, you know, really appalled because I too was teaching this system. And I was, you know, for me, I came into astrology not because I resonated so much with my chart. That's not why I found astrology. I remember years ago this woman saying to me and explaining to me that the planets and the importance of them in terms of where they are and when you're born. So I came into astrology with no predisposed idea of what was the right way or wrong way. Like I said, I was fairly ignorant and I'm okay with my ignorance. I think that's what's unique about, you know, speaking publicly is, you know, people will come on and try to discredit you. I'm over that. And if you're here, you're probably over that too, because some of the worst people and even, dare I say, least intelligent people have academic background or study. So our credentials or years into something does not automatically give us position. And I feel like we're, as a collective society, really coming into understanding this. So one of the comments that I want to dig into is from Seth. Seth9871, I actually removed you from commenting on my channel, but your comment was, LOL, these people, both systems have been around for thousands of years. Western astrology will never go away because it works. The arrogance, thinking you know better than billions of people. Anyway, Seth, I want to thank you for your comment. And what I want to say to that, I don't think Western astrology is going away. I just think it's going to not be as popular. I feel that it's going to lose its position in authority. And the question that I have, and this is honestly, this isn't being a jerk, is does it really work? Because in my opinion, and what I found, and why so many of you are here and you resonate with this channel, is that it doesn't really work. So one of the things that I've been teaching for a long time is, how do you know if something's working for you? Is your life getting better? Is your life improving? Is your life opening, expanding? Are you experiencing not just your persona and what you show the outer world, but your identity and how you feel and how you move. Is that working for you? So if that's working for you individually, that's great. But then we look at collectively in our world, is it working? Is even the system of interpreting and lining up the energies of Western astrology, are they lining up to our world? It's subjective. And I think that that's an important thing to remember. But what I want to say to this, and why I read the hater comments and I'll dig into them sometimes, first of all, they're great feedback. They make for good conversation. But if you're somebody who has something to share in this world at this time, which there's so many of you here, I know that you are very wise, you're going to get these kind of people and energies coming up against you. And don't let them get to you. Don't stop because you get comments like these, or people that want to discredit you. Seth, I imagine your life, I can just kind of picture what your life looks like. So you're no longer commenting on my channel, but thank you for the message. Now, the other thing that I found through the comments, and I want to thank you all for the comments because they mean so much and they help bring these videos together. This was a point that a wonderful woman, I have a very good energetic feeling of the woman who made this comment, talking about studying Western astrology. And Western astrology, she referred to it as the psychological body perspective. Okay. So I've sat with this for a very long time. And I know that's the argument that is made to explain Western tropical astrology and to give it its place, even. But when I look at it and I think, okay, so the psychological programming of humanity, right? Our psychological, our identity, our physical reality is based off environment, it's based off collective thinking. So Western tropical astrology, absolutely, it has power in the same way that Christianity and Islam and all of those different things have power, because there's so many people who believe in it. There's so much energy. And again, I'll often talk about energetics because this is my area of specialty. The amount of people that are believing in and putting energy towards it and even acting from it creates power in what is happening, right? And what is being presented. So Western tropical astrology has at this time a massive energetic field, a massive amount of souls, beings, humans, putting energy into the system and belief. So therefore it's powerful. I don't care who you are, you can walk into a mosque, you can walk into a church. When there's a whole bunch of people with faith, believing and putting energy towards something, you feel it. It's palpable. It's called a morphogenic field. So yes, Western tropical astrology could be connected to that, right? But where I go in that is, here we are trying to figure out who the heck we are on a soul level. And we can, and I'm sure you guys have heard of this term, the matrix reality, the programmed reality, the smoke and mirrors of what's happening in our world today. Where I go is so much of what is happening today that's totally out of whack for the high octave of human consciousness, is because the morphogenic fields of human consciousness are still stuck in certain places, aren't connected to soul. Okay. So when I think about, and again, these are my ideas, these are my thoughts. I'm not here to convince anyone of anything. I'm here to share them for those who this may be useful for. Okay. So when we think about more and more of us looking at astrology in a different way, there's another comment about somebody saying, I don't resonate with this and I resonate with that. And I asked the question in that comment, is astrology about resonance? Is it about how we feel and we connect to our essence or identity? Because it can be argued that, I know in my own journey, I've shifted and changed so many times. I've resonated and connected different to myself based on where I am in my life. So for me, when I came to true sidereal astrology, it wasn't because I resonated with everything. I didn't resonate with everything. I had aha moments, but I didn't resonate with it. I resonated with the chart that I had been, believing in and following for a very long time. But why I shifted it wasn't about resonance. It was about what astrology means. It's about like the energetics of our planets in our sky. The whole basis of astrology is how the planets work with us. And the planets are actively in positions in our sky working with us. So it doesn't matter if I resonate or not resonate, because I guess here's what I'm saying, okay? I hope this makes sense, right? Am I tapping in and resonating with the collective consciousness, or am I resonating and connecting into soul? So yes, it can be, I do agree with this. Western tropical astrology is connected to collective consciousness. But this is why I foresee the shift, and I'm part of that shift, and maybe you'll be part of that shift too, of collective consciousness is not on the right path. We are not going in the right direction. And I'm going to not tap into collective consciousness, even though it's appealing, even though it's there's a lot of feeling. You're surrounded by not just people, you know, um, you are, yeah, it's more comfortable. But I'm going to go off, I'm going to go off the true alignment. And even if I resonate or not resonate, I understand it and connect to it. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So for me, that was a real question that I had to dig into is, do I need to resonate with the energies for them to be true? And to be honest, the people that have the hardest time hearing about true sidereal astrology are the ones that are attached to their placements. Like, oh, I resonate with this. I resonate with that. I resonate. And I don't mean to mock that, but we've resonated, and I know you have watching this, if you're honest, with many things now that you didn't before, or you resonated with things then that you don't, right? This is even partners that you may have chosen. I'll give an example, right? How many of you have been with partners that you felt so connected with? You loved them, you resonated with them, your souls danced and merged, and now you're like, stay away, or you have a restraining order, right? So resonance to me is incredibly subjective, and I really am aware of my human perception and my human holes, I guess, right? Especially with something as resonant. So I don't often use that language too much, but I get it, right? If that's what astrology is for you, if we want a feel good system, stick with Western tropical astrology. Because in Western tropical astrology, Uranus is moving from Taurus into Gemini. That feels nice, right? Pluto isn't in Capricorn, it's in Aquarius. That feels nice, but it's not the reality, and it's not what we're going to see happening in our world around us. And again, so many of you can argue with me on that, and that's fine. A reminder, this is my channel. So I'm not going to Western astrology channels. I'm not going to go on those channels and say, hey, I don't agree with you, blah, 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 boo, 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 boo. Here's why. I'm not going to do that. It's your channel. It's your voice. It's your expression. And this is my channel, my voice, and my expression. So it's important that we can have this dialogue without trying to discredit people. Here's a little side note. Anyone that tries to discredit someone or go onto their stuff and laugh at them or any of the above immediately discredit themselves. And often they don't care, but the rest of us can see it. Anyone with emotional intelligence can tell what's happening. They're trying to get a rise, they're trying to do something. But for example, Seth, why are you on this video? Go make content on what you believe is right. Go do your own thing. Just, stay off of this. But they're not. And it also often suggests you're not actually that solid in what you believe. Because, for example, I'm so solid in what I believe that I don't need to go looking on other people's stuff to tell them that they're wrong, right? When you're solid in what you believe, you just believe it. You become it and you are it, right? So we have this tendency to think we are what we say we are, or to think we are what we show we are, right? The persona, all of the above. So I think it's been, these are really interesting conversations to have. So for anyone who is taking the sidereal perspective, there was another beautiful comment from a woman asking me, I don't even know how to say it, but in Vedic astrology, there is something that allows you to look, I'm going to butcher it. I don't even want to talk about it. Nishidas or something. I'm not sure. I have to go back in and look. And she asked me, had I looked into them before? And I have looked into them before, and they are fascinating. They're incredibly enlightening as well. So I think what this video is today, I'm not going to go on for too much longer, but I do know from my first video, this is a really important conversation to have. And to all of you who are fighting the fight and not letting yourself be bullied into, having to agree with Western astrology, keep going and keep sharing it with people, because one of the things that I've noticed, a lot of people have fought me and then come back later and been like, oh gosh, you're right. So don't take people's resistance serious or to heart. It has nothing to do with you. Like I said, I've had so many people who just been like, turn their nose up to me, snub me, all of the above. And I don't care. I'm 43 years old, almost 44. I do not care about what people think or whether they agree or don't agree, right? But I'm going to share with you this because I think it really could benefit your life. And like I said, since I've made the shift, again, did I make the shift because I resonate with it? Does it feel good? No. Watch my playlist of when I came into this. It didn't feel good, but my life has fallen together in 2 years in a way that it hasn't come together in 20 years, if that makes sense. And I know that others of you here are experiencing that same thing. So if you're somebody on the fence of like, oh, I don't know what to believe or whatever, it's not about what to believe. Listen to your heart. Don't ask your mind. Ask your heart. Like, is this something I should look into? And then look into it. Am I willing? And I say this in one of my videos from 2 years ago at the beginning of my conversion. Am I willing to let go of an old identity? And that's what I notice about the human race is we get so locked and fixated on what we've done and how much work we've put in and what will others think if we shift or we change. I personally have no problem saying, oh gosh, I was wrong. I was wrong for 15 years, wrong for 20 years. Who cares? It's human. And the more, especially leaders, I'm talking to you, if you're a leader in any way, when you have the courage to say, gosh, you know what? I'm shifting from this. And yeah, you're going to have people that are going to like probably leave. If you're a public figure and you're going to change the way, even in astrology, that you read astrology, you're going to have people leave. So what? Then you can build from an actual position. It won't take you long to build. You're not going to lose everybody, because if you're genuine in your work and your service, a lot of people are in your community not because of what you teach, but because of who you are and how you share things. So I invite you, don't be afraid. This is what our collective needs to shift things. And in terms of Uranus, it's what I believe, and again, don't quote me on this. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if we were to look in the sky right now, it's sitting kind of in between Aries and Taurus, and it will be in Taurus for a few more years. So that means these next few years are going to be us rebelling. It's going to be us pushing through, and it's going to be us needing that fixed Taurus energy to do what we need to do to get this world set up, especially the Western world. Anyone who thinks the Western world is going good, okay. No, it's not. So we need this energy. Now, if we want to go, think about this seriously. Uranus is going into Gemini, new thought, new this. We can't go to that new thought without the groundwork being done. And that's the phase that we're in. Okay. So that's my invitation to you is be bold. You're needed. I promise you, you're not going to lose everything. You're actually going to build more stable. Anyways, I almost want to go further into other topics, but I'm going to share that for next Tuesday's video. Thank you so much for watching these videos. Thank you so much for your comments, your subscription. You're taking this tiny little channel and you're helping me grow it. And you're not growing it for me, you're growing it for everybody out there who needs to hear these messages, okay? Thank you so much, and I'll see you on Tuesday.